Good morning, folks. This is Matt with Earthworks. We're out here in Mandarin today. We got a pretty nice drainage job going on. Clients have pavers throughout their entire backyard. They got a pool deck, remodel pavers to the left, remodel pavers to the right, and all over the entire pool. The most important calculation was never taken into account when they actually came in here and installed it. Drainage. When you set up drainage needs to be set up based off of the beam of the pool and the relationship to the actual house, that we create deck of drain so the water falls pitching away from the house, pitching away from the pool into a deck drain and pulls off of the entire pool deck. Then we have to calculate drainage on all of our downspouts to the house before we put pavers down, so we can create underground drains going away from the house. We're going to start here on the side of the house where we have the gates coming in off the driveway. We have two downspouts here, and then we have what's called a super gutter drain over there. So on the back of the house, where the cage meets the house, they have the main drainage will come off of the sheet flow of the house and come out. The problem is they have all this water coming out here on top of the pavers. They have tons of sheet flow, but all the water is getting into the shed here. Pavers are a little too high there, so it's coming down, it's collecting. They came out here, their solution was to put a couple underground drains here with 8 by 8 drain boxes, and the water is not going right into them because despite having the sheet flow, the water can't hit the actual points because it was never designed that way from the get-go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 downspouts, we're going to put them into underground drains. We're going to carry the water back out here, and the water from here out here, and we're going to create an actual rock bed French drain for that water to empty into and then to go back underground here the proper way. When you carry your drain on the inside of the pool deck, we have to have a deck of drain in the pavers. It's a paver drain that creates sheet flow into the drain, and it pitches fore and aft. As you can see right now, all the water pitches from the house into the pool. That's not a good thing. We don't want the rainwater collecting in the pool. We want the rainwater to collect in drainage and pitch away from the house. We're going to set up a drain that's going to come across the center of here, and it's going to pitch both ways out of here. That's going to connect into an underground drain that'll tie in to that downspout and go across. And then the drain will come back across to this end of the pool. We're going to have another drain box over here that deck of drain is going to tie into an underground drain into a new 12 by 12 drain box with proper pitch going out underneath the pavers, and all the way over there we're going to cut a new hole through that wall so we can get the water into the ditch. This entire area here has collected water. You can see how one color grout here, but yet you got a different color grout here. So they've had some water damage here. Their solution was to raise up the pavers. They've done a good job raising up the pavers and create a new drain box over there for the water to fall. They had to go underneath the footer of the screen enclosure to tie into another drain box to get the water out. The only problem is they can't carry enough water out because they only have a 3-inch pipe connecting from there to here. And as you can see, water's sitting into the drain box because it was done right. Another problem is all this water's been collecting underneath the pool deck, and your pavers are sinking around the entire coping of the pool. So the pavers are going to have to be brought up. They're going to have to jet in the base around the beam of the pool, recompact it, and reinstall the pavers going around the beam of the pool on both sides. Right here we got a downspout that's got to go into another underground drain. All the underground piping we put here is going to be sewer drain, solid pipes. It's not going to be the corrugated. It's going to go under here. We're going to have to jet underneath the footer of where this fence is, and we're going to carry it out with another Y off of that deca drain, or off of that downspout. It's going to come out here. We're going to have another drain box over here. We're going to run this pipe down. We're going to replace that box. So we're going to have 1, 2 downspouts that tie into a new drain that comes through here. We're going to have 2 new drain boxes, and that's going to have to carry all this water out of here on this side of the house. If you look at the sheet flow on this roof, we have about 1,000 square foot of sheet flow that we're trying to get out of here into the ditch. So these drains here now go underground into the rock bed. So, you know, the water comes out of the pipe and can go either in the ground. If it's heavy water, it can still get out without having wash out there. Going back up here through this entire circle area, we found our true center point of where we want the water to go to here.
Okay.
So we put the bigger box there. We had to pull all these pavers up here so we could change our pitch just slightly more. When you look, see where the Hawaiian tie is?
Yep.
That's the center of your deck. Now you notice how, look at the distance from the trim to the pavers on each side.
Yep.
As you start walking away from that Hawaiian tie, you see the gap starts doing that?
Yep.
So this is the halfway point. We use the roof line because it looks better to have the water fall either left or right. And it also falls from the house and from the coping to the deca drain.
Somebody could walk in here now and never know that you guys were even here this week.
Right.
That's pretty amazing.
And what the beauty is I know my heart when I leave here that you are in a better situation today than what you were just 4 days ago.
We moved here a little over a year and a half ago, and after some heavy rains last fall, I began to realize that there may be a few little drainage issues. It's a beautiful home, and a beautiful job was done here by the owner to put these pavers down. So I spent the better part of the last year trying to find somebody locally who would understand this project, and I couldn't find anyone. I was about to go with a contractor out of Orlando. And then it was recommended to me by another company that I trust that I would call Earthworks. Matt came out and gave us an estimate, did a great job, finished the job early. He's very thorough. He knows what he's doing. He's an engineer by trade originally, so he's got a background not only in construction, but he understands water flow. So if you ever have a water flow issue in your home, before you make any final decisions, I would really recommend that you contact Earthworks, and especially ask if Matt would come out and take a look at it for you. So we're very grateful.